For our daily cancellation, I have to go back to the inauguration one last time. And this is not the most important thing in the world, I admit, although the daily cancellation was never intended to deal with things that are the most important or even vaguely important, frankly. And that's how I can justify talking about Senator John Fetterman, who decided to attend the inauguration on Monday in his Sunday best. And because he is a cartoon character with a walk-in closet at home filled with 60 versions of the exact same outfit, his Sunday best looked like this. Here it is. Now, as you can see, the senator decided to attend a presidential inauguration in gym shorts and a hoodie. Every other man in the room is, of course, wearing a suit because they're adults, and this is a presidential inauguration. But Fetterman decided to dress like a teenage boy lounging around his parents' house. Now, granted, he did wear his fancy black Carhartt hoodie for the occasion, which is basically Fetterman's version of a tuxedo, but even so, a hoodie is a hoodie. And this is, I must remind you, a United States senator at a presidential inauguration. Now, I understand that we're supposed to see this hoodie gimmick as somehow endearing. I would have found it far more endearing to see Fetterman dragged out of the ceremony in handcuffs by Secret Service for dressing that way. Even better, he should have been refused entry to begin with. Okay? They should have, like in the sitcom, they should have picked him up. I mean, they would have taken several of them to do this, but pick him up and throw him out into the street, into a puddle. Okay? That's what they should have done. That's the kind of reception that any normal person could expect if they tried to show up to an event like that dressed in their gym clothes. But Fetterman is given special treatment. He's a United States senator, but we treat him like he's mentally disabled, as though it's rude for us to notice that his outfit is insanely inappropriate for the occasion. But Fetterman is not mentally disabled. Or I'll say, if he is, he should be removed from the Senate immediately. If he isn't, he should be expected to abide by the basic standards of dress and decorum that literally every other senator and congressman and public official and adult of any profession, anywhere, at any point on earth is expected to follow. The only possible legitimate excuse, which is that Fetterman is mentally handicapped, should disqualify him from office. There is no other excuse. And I certainly don't want to hear, as we have many times, that Fetterman's rather bulbous build makes it impossible for him to find a suit that fits. Okay, we've heard that. I think he's offered that excuse. And that excuse might make sense if tailors didn't exist, or if there was only one tailor in the entire world and he lived on the top of a mountain in the Himalayas and you had to go on a 9-month journey on foot with a pack mule just to find him and get your measurements taken. But as it happens, tailors are everywhere and very easy to find, especially in D.C. Fetterman is a United States senator with a nice 6-figure salary. He can afford to get some adjustments done on a suit. It's not that expensive. In fact, I bet he could get it done for free. If word got out that John Fetterman wants to start dressing like a real grown-up, there'd probably be tailors lining up to make him custom suits for free. It would be great marketing for them. So if Fetterman is not severely mentally ill, and if he can in fact afford to get a suit that fits him, what is the reason for this embarrassing display? I would never let my 8-year-old son go to church on a random Sunday dressed like that. None of us would. I certainly hope you wouldn't. So how is it that a senator is being held to a lower standard of dress than an elementary school child? Well, I'm told that Fetterman presents this way because he's just a normal, down-to-earth, working-class type guy. But that's precisely what he isn't. No working-class guy would ever, in a million years, show up to an important formal event dressed like a disgusting slob. Okay, I've been to many weddings and other formal events with plenty of normal working-class people in attendance, and I have never seen anyone ever adorned in a hoodie and gym shorts at an event like that. And certainly, if a normal working-class guy, if you just called up any guy who's working at, call up any plumber right now and invite him to witness a presidential inauguration, you think he's showing up in a hoodie and gym shorts? No, that's a man who says, well, this is a historic event. If I don't have a suit, I'm going to buy one just for that. I'll do whatever I can. I want to present myself well. So that's what a normal working class person, so a normal person of any social or economic class would say. Working class guys have far too much respect for the importance of the occasion, not to mention respect for themselves, to show up looking like that. Which is why if you're a working class person, or if you have any respect for working class people, that's all the more reason to be disgusted by Fetterman's behavior. He is cosplaying. He's wearing a working class costume. This is like the working class version of blackface. Class face, maybe we could call it. It's demeaning. It's also monumentally arrogant. That's the other reason why a person might show up to an inauguration in a hoodie and shorts. Either he's mentally handicapped, or he is a colossally arrogant prick who thinks the most basic standards of decorum and conduct don't apply to him. Or I guess he could be drawing from, a bit from column A and column B, which may explain Fetterman. Now, I brought this up on Twitter, and a lot of people responded with some version of, oh, it's fine, he's just being himself. Well, yeah, that's exactly the problem. His self is a problem. He needs to change himself. If I sit at your dinner table and I chew loudly with my mouth open and I put my feet up at the table, and I can't excuse it on the basis that I'm just being myself. Of course I'm being myself. We're all always being ourselves, okay? We cannot be anything but ourselves. Whatever I am being in any given moment is what myself is being, because I am myself. So in this case, myself is rude, crass, inconsiderate. Myself needs to change. Fetterman is rude, crass, and inconsiderate. He should not be that. It is bad to be that. He needs to change. If somebody showed up to your daughter's wedding, dressed the way that Fetterman dresses, you would consider it an act of extreme disrespect. Because that's what it would be. And that's what it is when Fetterman does it. It's not authentic or down to earth. It's just rude and really bizarre. And I also don't want to hear, as I know I will in the comments, that we should give him a pass because Fetterman is one of the good Democrats. First of all, those don't exist. Second, I don't care. Okay? His politics are irrelevant to the point I'm making. I don't care what his politics. He could come out tomorrow as a full-on conservative Republican. It wouldn't change the fact that you need to put a damn suit on. Okay? He still needs to be a damn grown adult and put a suit on. That's why he is today, sadly, canceled. Thanks for checking out this video. If you'd like to listen to my full podcast on the go, you can check out The Matt Walsh Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.